That's with Truth TV News Network, and wanted to discuss a particular topic in regards to I talked to yesterday for a little bit. Now, look, a lot of us has watched Bill O'Reilly for over the years, and a lot of people don't like him. Of course, on the left, people on the right like him, and whatever you say about him, I mean, some people come across that he's okay, some people call it that he don't like him, and some people just don't give a shit either way. But I mean, when you take him overall of everything, like especially what Trevor did yesterday in regards to this video I'm about to play you, he made him out to be the biggest racist in the freaking world. Okay, if I were to take a lot of shit that he said, I can find just in the footage. He's only been around. Not I don't know how long he's been around, but if I take all the footage of him talking shit about all the races, I could call him a racist too and do the same exact shit. So, guys, I wanted you to be the judge for yourself and see exactly what he did, and tell me what you think. That's what I'm doing this video for. So here we go.
Congratulations, Serena! Although I must admit I was a little disappointed to find out she was pregnant when she won the Australian Open, which is not cool because technically that's a doubles match. Cheating, I'm just going to put it out there. And you know what they say? For every amazing black baby that comes into the world, one old white man has to leave.
We have some breaking news to report to you. Fox News anchor Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to the O'Reilly Factor.
Parent company 20th Century Fox says it came to the decision after a review of the allegations of sexual harassment and verbal abuse coming by the host. Of course, he settled a lot of lawsuits. No word yet what will happen to his show, The O'Reilly Factor. One would assume the name changes.
Or they just keep the show and they just find a random Irish guy with the same last name. You know, it's like, it's me, Steve O'Reilly. Tonight's top story, Bono. That's not a real name! Because, I mean, we assumed that they'll change the name of the show. But we also assumed that Fox would have fired O'Reilly after the third time he was accused of sexual harassment. So you never know. And now, here at The Daily Show, we want to give O'Reilly the send-off that he deserves. Because, let's be honest, he's not going to get it on Fox. That's for sure. You know, those guys are probably going to pretend nothing is wrong. Just be like, no news to report here. Everything is fine. Back to you, Megan. I mean Greta. I mean Gretchen. I mean Bill. I mean, who's left?
Notice what he says now. Let me pause that right there. And I want to make a point because I've been talking about this for weeks. The left has been coming for the people on what they call the right, which apparently is everybody in Fox News, anybody who talks or be friends or have any kind of relationship with Donald Trump. Now, I find it effed up. I think it's inappropriate, but they drew first blood. So since they want to start this madness, because we could turn around and do the same thing exactly to them. Do you think people like Trevor and others that in the comedy biz do not do the same exact thing that the people that they're accusing Bill O'Reilly of? I mean, he didn't rape anybody. He didn't physically touch anybody. He had a couple of, probably drunken night calls with some of the girls. So what? We've all been there. Like he's never done that. Like you've never done that. Like I've never done that. I remember working with my co-workers. We used to flirt all the time, play around. It was a regular, normal thing. But now these people on the left, they're so butthurt that they got their asses handed to them in the previous election that they have to go and try to bring down everybody who has a voice, anybody on the right that has a voice to speak. And that's how they do it. They deem you as a racist. They deem you as a sexist. Anything in the book. Anyways, I digress. We continue.
So let's give Bill his proper due. Because you may not know this, but Bill O'Reilly was the biggest figure in the history of cable news. At one point, no one even came close because they were afraid that he might sexually harass them.
There you go. The sexist part I was just talking about. So, go on.
His primetime show was the top cable news show for 16 years with as many as 4 million viewers a night. But before O'Reilly was a huge star on Fox News, he was blowing up on Inside Edition as shown in this infamous clip.
I don't know what that means to play us.
And just think about this. It's 2017. This was back in 1990. That means this was like, let me see, plus 10. Let's say 2,000 plus another 10. That's 20. 27 years ago, they had to go reach back that far to make him look like a jackass. But again, here we go.
What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. F*** it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
Wow.
So impressive, Trevor.
All of that just because Bill O'Reilly had never heard the expression.
So again, you have to pull out a clip from 1990, that's 27 years ago, to make this guy into what you call a total jackass, which every day you prove that on your show. Now I give you, Trevor, you're funny and you're cute and you're good looking and you have your little tweaks, and I laugh and I watch you every day. But at the same time, this could be you 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So just remember, what you're doing now echoes back to you. Anyways, here we go again.
That's out. That is the angriest I've ever seen someone get from not knowing a phrase. Like, for instance, in America, I hear phrases I don't understand all the time, but I don't flip out over it. You don't see me going, my neck of the woods? What neck? What woods? Woods don't have necks.
You do.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Ah! Ah!
You did exactly what he just did.
You don't do it live.
Just in a comedy bit.
Now, some of us watch that clip and we see madness. But in the mid-90s, a man by the name of Roger Ailes watched it and he saw greatness. And he reached out and said, come join me at Fox, O'Reilly, and together we will build a cable empire fueled by white Christian resentment. And then, as our master stroke, we will both be forced to leave because we couldn't keep our penises in our white Christian pants.
Racist, now anti-Christian. So he calls him white again, calls him Christian, to make fun of Christians, to make his point to be funny. Again, we go on. But again, the hypocrisy of the left continues.
Allegedly. And so O'Reilly went forth and gave voice to that vision.
If you're a Christian or a white man in the USA, it's open season on you. There is a war between traditional Americans and secular progressives in this country. The left sees white privilege in America as an oppressive force.
And I agree 100%. How many of you out there watch this and watch O'Reilly every single night for the freedom of speech, for the freedom of religion, for the freedom of the Second Amendment?